preparetion.com.
Happy to see Bernard Hopkins. What is that? What's that like for you?
You know, like we as a fighter and are of course my age, and I got to have a lot of boxing inside of my style of MMA. So I have a lot of like boxing inspirations, and he is one of mine. And like it's great to see a guy with 46 years old inspire not just my generation. So he's kind of my type of fighter that I admire. Like he's part of the past, he's part of the present, and he's part of the future. The same thing I am for UFC. I start very young. I come to the scene with 19 years old. So my first world champion with 19 years old, the tournament. Still back in the days, there's still the tournament. So I'm part of the past, I'm part of the present, and I for sure will be part of the future, God willing. And I'm very blessed. I thank God every day for the gifts and the talent that He gave me, but also the pleasure to meet people and to see how people, it's real online, you know? So many guys that champion inside the ring, but outside the ring they're not. So it's good to make friends and get to know people's values and morals. I love to.
Are you fighting at age 46?
I don't think so. I don't plan on doing this, but you know, like I follow God's will, and here I am. You know, 34 years old. I feel I'm in the best shape of my life. You know, a lot of people thought I couldn't make 185, and I did backwards. I came from a heavyweight and I went down to 185. It's a big fight. I have to, in the week of the fight, I have to lose 30 pounds. So it's pretty intense, but also I enjoy every part of it. I have Mike Ducci on my diet, and I have, you know, just the principles of sacrificing. I only believe you can get the reward if you sacrifice. So if anybody wants to be something in life, you have to sacrifice.
Vitor, I think you're very active in anti-kidnapping initiatives in Brazil. I know that it's touched you personally, and it's been sort of a problem there in other countries in South and Central America. You just talked about how it needs to, that's a crime that needs to be eradicated.
Yeah, we're going to a big transition in the world. Everything. America is going for a tough economy right now, and everybody's trying to rely on one person. It's the president. He's the chief commander, but we have to understand we need to lead our families to a better way of life. So we cannot put one person guilty of this problem, or two or three. We need to unite it, not just on the case of the economy we're going through, because if America suffers, everyone's going to suffer. But the problem with kidnapping and missing people, that's a world problem. America is a world problem. A lot of people have been missing here. A lot of parents, they go with the kids to the market and someone steals their kids because they want to raise a baby, especially if they're cute baby. So I think we all have to be willing to understand that when you see something going wrong, the best way to help is to all make a call. If you see something strange happen, you gotta be willing to get your phone and call them, because you can save life. You know, like in the case of my sister, we never knew who did it, who committed, but for sure someone knew and nobody called. We received so many calls, and so many kids, so many women was resolved, but it wasn't my sister. But I'm happy that with the case of my sister, I helped other case. So it doesn't matter if you live in a problem. Why you're waiting for someone to help someone else if you can? So bottom line, I go back to the commandment that they ask you, say, Jesus, what's the true religion? They say the true religion is help the widows and the people they're orphans. How many parents, how many sons and daughters, they still have their father alive, but they live like orphans? How many wives and husbands, they have marriage, but it's all fake? So the problem of the world is leadership, and it's go back to family foundation. And we have to bring these values and morals back to our our goal.
One follow up on that. How long ago did this happen? What was your sister's
2004.
2004.
Yeah.
And your sister's name?
Priscilla Belfort. So unfortunately, nothing was resolved. We still,
There's no answer,
nothing. We didn't resolve the case. We never found the body. Nothing. The case still open. But you know, I believe in God's judgment, and it's going to come for everyone. Everyone's going to have to deal with your privacy and your public life.
Vitor, how tough it was to get over the last fight for you?
You know, it's part of life, buddy. You know, I'm an overcomer. To be an overcomer, you have to overcome something. So that was one of the mountains that I have to climb, and here I am, stronger than ever. Climbing my mountain again and looking for the title shot soon.
So you got this match, would you like the style matchup between you and Akiyama? You like the style matchup between you and Akiyama?
You know, I fight anyone. I like any match. Every match is a challenge, and every match is matched differently. I'm very focused on going out there, performing, looking for the opening, and looking for the win. That's my style of life.
Do you still think about getting back to fight for the championship again, or is that
Sure. I'm an overcomer, buddy. Nobody gonna take my dream away. I don't live by desire, I live by dream. And that's what I'm planning to do, is climbing that mountain again.
As big as MMA and UFC are becoming, or already are, in the United States and around the world, a lot of the initial stars were Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and how big is it in your country? And you, I mean, you still are, but you were a teenager and a superstar that couldn't go out on the street and was so widely recognized.
Yeah, I really helped the sport go like worldly in Brazil. We had a lot of criticism about the sport, and we are far behind America. You guys are far ahead of us. It's not just in the promotion, but in the publishing, you know. But Brazil is working their way up. We have the HTV, it's the open network, supporting the sport, doing the first time live event. I fought Chuck Liddell back in, I don't remember, it was 2000 I think, on the open TV, because I went to a reality show. So I break a lot of barriers in Brazil. But now I think it's time to fly. And now I think it's all the young kids, they're gonna have the pleasure and the reward that we sacrificed in the past. So they're gonna have a good amount of publicity right now and a lot of sponsorship. That's what we hope.
How big is the UFC Rio card that's going to be there in a couple of months? How big is that for the development of MMA down there?
It's big, it's huge. It's gonna mark a century, and it's just the beginning. Brazil, Rio, every city, major city is going to be holding these events, and Brazilians, they love this sport. They really recognize all the idols all over the countries, and I think UFC is taking over, not just in Brazil, but China, everywhere, America, Europe, you know, everywhere.
You wish you were on the Rio card?
You know, the only thing I wish is one thing. Every day I wish. I also wish, always wish. Wish is a word that has come in every human being. And when you wish, but you cannot conquer that, that's not a wish. So I don't live by wish. I live what's on my life right now. So that's the principle that I live. I have a dream, and I'm living my dream, and I'm here in Philadelphia. I'm fighting on a big card. Tony, you know, I'm in the legendary Luxor gym. I will be part of Rio. You know, they're helping UFC Rio. I'm a very happy man. You know, I'm not a type of jealous guy. You know, I'm very happy to see the sport growing. Like I said, I'm part of the past, the present, and the future. So I'm very honored to be part of UFC.
Just one follow-up question.
Gymgrossisten.com